Hello again. Here's a real sick thought. You know this Ebola? You know, the CDC is telling us one thing, and then they tell us another thing. They tell us nothing to worry about, yet they tell us there is something to worry about. They tell us that you can't catch it unless you have direct contact with bodily fluids. Then they tell us if you're 3 feet away. Then there's certain concerns that it's airborne beyond the 3 feet. Is it possible that this is Obama's bioterror weapon? You know how he always wants things to be equal and the same? Let's assume that I'm correct in that he is an Arab Muslim from Kenya, from Africa, and his people are infected with Ebola. Wouldn't he want the American people to suffer the same way as his people are suffering? What perfect timing, just prior to the midterm elections when the Senate is in serious jeopardy of reverting over to the Republicans. Folks, I don't know. What I do know is that there's nothing that they won't do to continue their efforts to destroy the American way of life. Most of the Democrats are too stupid to understand what Obama's real agenda is. And what's amazing is that he can continue to fool them, to believe that he actually cares for the causes that they care for, which are insane causes. Is it possible that, once again, this is Obama's terror weapon? You know that Thomas Duncan, the one that's in the hospital in Texas? Well, the people that lived in the apartment that he went to visit are no longer there. They're being held somewhere else, and that apartment has a hazmat unit going through it. What about the neighbors, if it's airborne? What about the caretaker of that apartment complex that was using a power washer to blow away the vomit that Duncan spewed somewhere on the property? Folks, none of this is any good. And it's right before the most critical and important election in this country's history. If the Democrats end up maintaining control of the Senate and possibly the House of Representatives, it's over. You know, I posted a video that the attorney, Larry Klayman, is demanding that, or he's petitioning that Obama be deported. I don't want to see Obama deported. I want to see Obama removed from the White House in a chain waist and handcuffs. And I want to see Obama put on trial for his incredibly numerous acts of treason against the American people. Deporting him won't stop the madness. You know, Obama did say that if the political winds change against the Muslims, he will have to side with them. What more does any sane person need to know? In Obama's own words, he's made it perfectly clear whose side he's on. These bombing sorties that are being done, who's being bombed? Bashar al-Assad's military is being bombed. He is not bombing ISIS. Obama is, I believe, the father of ISIS, and I've made that perfectly clear in some of the recent videos that I've posted. You'd have to be completely blind or ignorant not to understand that he in fact, and he in fact alone, is the one that's responsible for all the genocide that's taking place throughout the Middle East. Obama created the Arab Spring. Obama created ISIS by destroying Gaddafi in Libya and by shipping all those weapons that Gaddafi had into Turkey, into Syria and Afghanistan. Why do you think Turkey hasn't joined the coalition? Why do you think that is? Turkey borders right on Syria. Turkey is benefiting from the oil, the reduced black market oil. Turkey is an ally of ISIS. The leader of Turkey wants the same thing that ISIS wants. He tried to convert the Turkish people to be followers of Sharia law. They weren't ready for it. They revolted against it. You think he's given up on trying? The very first phone call that Obama made when he stole the Oval Office in 2008 was to Turkey. Folks, if you don't see it now, you never will. That's what I think. So what do you think?